Proverbs 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, to learn wisdom and moral instruction, to discern wise counsel, to receive moral instructions in skillful living, with righteousness, justice, and equity, to impart shrewdness to the morally naive, a discerning plan to the young person. So, what is the book, or who is the book for? So, this is the book of Proverbs. We'll actually go look at it. The noun, marshal, can mean an object lesson based on or using a comparison or analogy. It may be a short, pithy statement, object lesson drawn from experience, saying or byword, or an oracle of future blessing. Here it means the object lesson setting out courses of action. It helps one choose the course of action to avoid or to follow. So these are instructions that are coming from Solomon. We've been reading about Solomon over in First Kings and the wisdom that he has. And so Solomon has wisdom. He is collecting and he is recounting wisdom for us. So he is the son of David, the king of Israel. So what is this book for? To learn wisdom and moral instructions. I really do not like the way they translate moral instructions. Her instructions, noun, mores, has threefold range of meaning: physical or parental, discipline, chastisement, a verbal warning or extortion, and moral training and instruction. So why would this not be about discipline then? To learn discipline, that would be a direction I would go, because not everything in here is about morals per se. 717, thank you for the follow, friend. So to discern wise counsel. So learning wisdom, learning instruction, to discern wise counsel. So you have counsel, which is the wise counsel. So in Proverbs are going to help you to do this. Now, one of the things is people will say Proverbs are instructions, and some people will go so far as say Proverbs are promises. So if you do this thing, the outcome will be this. Do not treat Proverbs as promises. You should not. That's not what they are. Train up a child in the way they will go, and when they are old, they will not depart from it. That is a wise saying. It is a wise way to do things. It is generally going to be true that that's going to be the outcome. There's no guarantee. This is not a promise. Okay, so Proverbs are not promises. Do not say that. You hear someone saying it. There's a lot of places where that can't be true, because it will tell you, answer a fool according to his folly. That's the thing you should do. And then a couple of verses later says, do not answer a fool according to his folly. Which is it? You need to be wise and discerning. So these are things that it's going to tell you. Here are the potential outcomes of answering a fool according to his folly. See if that goes in that direction. Here's the consequences of not answering a fool according to his folly. So you've got to choose. You've got to look through those. You've got to assess the very fool that you're dealing with to see what's the more likely outcome. So these aren't promises. They are instructions. They are for disciplining ourselves. They are warnings. They are all of these things. So receive instruction in skillful living with righteousness, justice, and equity. So how are we going to live? We're going to live with righteousness. We're going to live with justice. We're going to live with equity. That is also to impart shrewdness to the morally naive. So we need to be shrewd and not just a sucker for anything. The naive or the simpleton believes everything, including bad counsel, lacks moral prudence, needs discernment, but is incapable of learning. So this is for anybody who needs it. A discerning plan to a young person. So, and especially to those who are young. Let the wise also hear and gain instruction, and let the discerning acquire guidance. So this is not only for the simpleton. This is not only for the young. This is also for the wise. Why? So they can gain instruction, and let the discerning acquire guidance. So there's even a level that, like, there is no one who can't. Now, while it's targeted towards the low end of the spectrum, those who are wise can also gain from what is here. To discern the meaning of a proverb and a parable, the sayings of the wise and their riddles. So this all book here is to help you. Study it, learn it. It will help you learn more. It will help you be wise. Fearing the Lord is the beginning of discernment, but fools have despised wisdom and moral instruction. So, the fear of the Lord. Fear of the Lord is an expression. The Lord functions as the object genitive. He is the object of the fear and wonder. The term yirah comes from the root yar, the common root to fear in the Old Testament, which has a basic threefold range of meaning: to be in dread or terror, to stand in awe, to revere, to respect. So that is what we are and should be thinking about, is revere and respect and be in awe of. And I think we can have all of those in mind as we are coming and reading through here. So having the proper understanding of who God is the beginning of discernment. What do you have here? Of knowledge, and knowledge would give you discernment. Fools have despised wisdom and moral instruction. Wisdom and instruction fools despise. Placing wisdom and instruction first makes the focus. The reader is not asking to think primarily about the nature of fools, but about the choice regarding wisdom. Okay. So it's a word order here, syntax, the pairing of things. So there are two paths, essentially. There is fear of the Lord, and there is despising wisdom and instruction. There's despising wisdom and instruction. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. It's not good. I want to do what I want to do. And we're kind of all prone to this. Like, you put a sign up that says "Do not touch." I'm probably not going to touch it. You make the sign bigger because you're trying to alert everyone. Like, if there's something over on that shelf and there's a little thing next to it, please don't touch this. I'm gonna respect that. But you put a big sign next to it that's as big as this. It says, "Don't touch." I am now desiring to touch. Okay? So we have a tendency to sometimes want to cast off and not follow. But when we start with a proper alignment of who God is, we are in a much better place to put into practice any of the instructions that we're giving, as opposed to fools who just cast it off. Listen, my children, to the instruction from your father, and do not forsake the teaching of your mother. So my child, my son, listen to these and the teachings from your mother. Why? They've lived longer than you. Your mom and dad have lived longer than you. Yes, there are absolutely things that they've never experienced. And yes, you live in a different world than they grew up in. Totally get that. But they have years of wisdom. They have years of instruction. Don't just overlook what they may have to contribute to it, no matter how old you are. For they will be like an elegant garland on your head and like pendants around your neck. So the teachings of your family, the things that they pass down to you, they are like elegant things that you can adorn yourself with. My child, if if sinners try to entice you, do not consent. We may not be ready for missionary. I love praying for others, though. Absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah. And some of it is just a mindset. So whether you're active or it's just how you're treating people, how you're approaching it, it's somewhat just thinking through things. So being a digital missionary doesn't mean evangelist. There's different strategies still within that. So if sinners entice you, do not consent. So what do we have here? It is the word chata. It's related to the verb is used to sling an arrow and miss the mark. So those who do not do things the right way are enticing you to do things not the right way. Don't go along with that. Do not go along with that. If if they say, "Come with us, we will lie in wait to shed blood. We will ambush an innocent person capriciously." Yes, that's how they're going to say this. "Come with us. We will lie in wait to shed blood. We will ambush the innocent person capriciously." I'm just waiting for that person to speak that way. Anyway, I mean, the intent is there. Like, hey, we're going to go do this. Okay? You want in? Yeah, it's easy pickings, easy money. Yeah, somebody might get hurt, but that's okay. It's easy money. We're gonna take it. Whatever they say, it's going to sound good. We will swallow them alive like Sheol, those full of vigor like those going down to the pit. We will seize all kinds of precious wealth. We will fill our houses with plunder. Join with us. We will all share equally in what we steal. You can come along. We need more people. You'll be on our side. You'll get all of the bounty that we take. My child, do not go down their way. Withhold yourself from their path. Okay, way, path is how you live. Okay, your steps, your walk is how you live. So we're going to have these themes repeated throughout. Do not go down their way. Do not withhold yourself from that path, for they are eager to inflict harm, and they hasten to shed blood. Now, you could say, we're mixing two different things here, the shedding of blood as well as the stealing of things. And you might say, well, one's worse than the other. But what we have here is the going to do things to harm other people, no matter what it is. So taking advantage of them is what we have. And taking innocent blood is something that is repeatedly talked about. So it's the pinnacle of what you can do wrong, and it's the what are you benefiting from the wrong you're doing, putting those all together. Surely it is futile to spread a net in plain sight of any bird, but these men lie in wait for their own blood. They ambush their own lives. So, like, you don't set a trap that everybody knows is a trap. It's a trap. You've got to spring a trap, okay? So you've got to spring it, and that's what they're doing. They are doing this, and they are ambushing, waiting for blood. What they're doing is they're setting a trap for themselves. Such are the ways of all who gain profit unjustly. The following verb by the cognate noun usually means seeking gain in an unjust way or selfish purposes. So, unjustly, you have ill-gotten gains, like all of those who have ill-gotten gains. That'd be the way to another way to do it. It takes away the life of those who obtain it. So the very act, like here's the thing you don't think about. The very act of what you are doing takes away the life-giving aspects that earning those things would give you. So by not developing and honing those skills and practicing those things, you're actually robbing yourself of what they give you. Wisdom calls out in the street. She shouts loudly in the plaza. At the head of noisy streets, she calls. In the entrance of the gates of the city, she utters her words. So now we're going to get a different voice out there. We have the voice of the one calling us to do nefarious deeds, and now we're going to have the words of wisdom shouting to us. Supersonic, what if the trap is set in the winter? You'd have to wait a bit before the trap is sprung. Ha, 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 ha. You got me. Yep. Before you spring the trap before it's sprung. But very, very well played. Very well played. How long, this is the words of wisdom, how long will simpletons love naivete? How long have mockers delighted in mockery? And how long will fools hate knowledge? So, this is the truth about people. The simpletons love being a simpleton. The mockers delight in mockery. And the fool hates knowledge. I love being a fool. Oh, it's so much fun. You should respond to my rebuke. Then I would pour out my thoughts to you. I would make my words known to you. So, the simpleton is not going to respond to the rebuke. The mocker, not going to respond to the rebuke. The fool, not going to respond to the rebuke. But if you did, you'd learn something. You'd learn something if you listen to the rebuke. I'll pour out my thoughts to you, and I will make my words known to you. However, because I called and you refused to listen, because I stretched out my hand, but no one was paying attention, and you neglected all my advice and did not comply with my rebuke. So I myself will laugh when disaster strikes you. I will mock when what you dread comes. When what you dread comes like a whirlwind and disaster strikes you like a devastating storm when distressing trouble comes on you. So you won't listen to me. You're a mocker. You're a scoffer. You neglect advice. Well, when it comes and it turns on you and a dread comes on you and you're getting the fruits of your labor, the what happens when you do what you do as a fool, as a person who waits in ambush, who does all of these dumb things, I'm going to laugh and point. Ha ha ha. Then they will call out to me, but I will not answer. They will diligently seek me, but they will not find me. So once you have your comeuppance, you're going to say, boy, I could use some wisdom now. And we're going to go, nah, Lady Wisdom's not talking no more. Shh, gotta be quiet over here. Not gonna tell you, because they hate moral knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord. They did not comply with my advice. They spurn all my rebuke. So I'm not going to speak because here's how they treated me. They will not go to knowledge. They do not choose to fear the Lord, which is what we're supposed to choose. That's the thing we're supposed to choose. Not going after other things, not going after bad advice, not going after nefarious ways of getting. I spurned it, all my rebukes. Therefore, they will eat from the fruit of their way, their walk, their life. They are going to have what happens to them come back to them, and they will be stuffed full of their own counsel. So, your bad advice is going to be what you're going to reap. It's what you're going to get. For the waywardness of the simpleton will kill them, and the careless ease of fools will destroy them. So the waywardness, the careless ease, those ways of life that are not seeking to do what is right, to do what is good, but to do the easy thing, to take advantage of people, you're all going to be destroyed. But the one who listens to me will live securely and will be at ease from the dread of harm. Okay, so if you listen to the words of wisdom, if you, my child, listen to the wisdom and fear God, that's the beginning of wisdom. It's the beginning of having good counsel. You will live free from dread of harm. So again, statements generally true. Think that's generally true. However, not entirely true. Not always true. Just because I live in a nation that is doing upright things, and I'm just saying this as anybody, not just me, no matter where I'm living. If I'm living in a nation doing upright things, and then another nation invades me and harm is coming, how would this be true? I have dread of harm because another nation is invading us. I would have, dread of harm. I also can be living upright, but then have to travel. And then I could go to places where people are doing exactly, laying in wait to spring a trap, to do harm to me. So it's not saying it won't happen, okay? These are statements of general trueness. Fear of the Lord, following after him, is going to turn out better than pursuing the other. The result of the other is going to get there. And like we're just reading Habakkuk, it doesn't always look like the unjust, the ungodly are getting punished. It often looks like they're getting everything they want and they're getting away with it. And just as Habakkuk is reminded, it's only for a season. I'm going to judge them. I am patient with them. God is slow to anger. He is patient. So all of these things that we see throughout Scripture are oftentimes of God waiting patiently to do those things. So when we look around the world today and we see dictators, we see oligarchs, we see even just, any kind of government position, mayor acting in their own self-interest, yeah, that's what's going to happen. Not doing the things they should do. Yeah, that's going to happen. Every time you have people in charge, that's going to happen. And so there's still two paths. One, always going to end up bad. The other, going to get you through because you're with God. Yeah, your mother-in-law says our treasure is in heaven. Absolutely true. Treasure absolutely in heaven for sure.